Will insurance costs derail the electric vehicle revolution? Remember that car carrier ship that caught fire and sank in the Azores back in early 2022? The Felicity Ace, which was operated by Mitsui or OSK Lines, that took 3,000 Porsches, Audis, Bentleys, and Lamborghinis to the bottom of the Atlantic? Mitsui OSK Lines has filed a lawsuit against Porsche seeking 30 million euros in damage, blaming the fire on a lithium battery in one of their electric vehicles. Of course, this will never be reported on the mainstream media, which is why I'm telling you. You might be curious, what was on that boat? Well, there were 498 electric vehicles and over 3,200 other vehicles, including 350 Mercedes Benz, and they were bound for Egypt on the Fremantle Highway when one or more of the EVs caught fire, costing at least one seaman his life and injured several others. Curiously, the Dutch Coast Guard had initially reported that only 25 of the vehicles were battery electric models, and this is going to be a problem the insurance company is going to have to sort out. The last report received by any media was that the Dutch Coast Guard admitted that it had been unable to put out the fire, the ship took on water, and it listed on a trajectory toward capsizing, and then it sank. The sinking ship impacted the environment, and the total loss has also threatened the Frisian islands of Ameland, I hope I said that right, part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site that is a home to over 10,000 aquatic and terrestrial species and located near one of the world's most important migratory bird habitats. On a global scale, 3,000 vehicles are but a drop in the bucket to an insurance company, and the loss of one 18,500-ton transport ship and one human life is only so much. And we also want to note that all of the wounded survived despite broken bones, burns, and respiratory problems. To compute the total cost, the ecological devastation would also have to be factored in, along with the cost to rescue firefighters and salvage operations. But all in all, this was a freak accident, a one-off. This stuff never happens, right? There are more cargo ships with electric cars on board catching fire. And we have more details on a more recent one, a cargo ship that was carrying nearly 3,000 cars that caught fire off the coast of the Netherlands while traveling from Germany to Egypt. Also, 1 in 7 cars on the blazing cargo ship are electric. Last year, when the Felicity Ace sank, it was being towed from the site where 13 days earlier it had broken into fire that had all kinds of valuable vehicles on board, including 15 Lamborghini Aventadors, other supercars that valued over $500,000 apiece. Also lost were 1,117 Porsches, 1,944 Audis, 561 Volkswagens, 189 Bentleys, and 70 other Lamborghinis. Total damage costs for all the vehicles have been estimated to about $335 million. And just a month ago, 2 firefighters died battling flames that broke out another roll-on, roll-off cargo ship docked in Port Newark in New Jersey. In another recent fire, 2 firefighters died battling flames that broke out on another roll-on, roll-off cargo ship docked in Port Newark in New Jersey. Firefighters arrived on the scene when just 5 to 7 vehicles on the 10th floor of the shipping deck were on fire, but the fire quickly spread to the 11th and 12th floors, and sadly, we lost 2 firefighters. So why does this matter, and how does this impact your insurance? Well, the cargo ship is one of several that have caught fire and burned over the past year. And while this could result in a major environmental disaster if the ship sinks, plus the potential loss of firefighters, and we've got salvage crews that work to keep this boats afloat and extinguish the fire so it could be brought to a facility for reclamation, the Internal Maritime Organization plans to evaluate new measures for ships transporting electric vehicles in the light of a growing number of fires on these cargo ships. Besides all the other ships, imagine the horror of an electric vehicle fire breaking out on a ferry boat carrying hundreds of vehicles and thousands of passengers, or an underground parking garage in New York City or in a high-rise. While automakers have largely replaced steel and metal with plastic, and huge fire could unleash immeasurable quantities of synthetic chemicals into the atmosphere from burning plastic. A total capsize of a boat could send millions of pounds of debris and spilled motor oil from non-EV automobiles into the sea, along with any toxic flame retardants. Now, the impact is for sensitive marine life would not be known for years. But let's take a look at a bigger picture and how electric vehicle insurance is going to impact those buyers. Massive fires are not the only insurance concern for electric vehicles. The New York Times recently reported that a sad story of a Rivian owner who owned an electric pickup truck was involved in what would normally be considered a minor fender bender. The owner's insurance company gladly offered to pay for the $1,600 for the repairs, but the certified repair shop produced a bill for $42,000, about half of the cost of the vehicle. This is because of the way they are constructed, with that part of the chassis housing the battery being an integral part of the structure, and that's why the costs are so high. Insurance companies are having to write off EVs with just a few miles if damaged. Now, this is leading to higher premiums because of the many EVs for which there is no way to repair or assess even slightly damaged battery packs after an accident. Electric vehicles, according to Consumer Reports, may not withstand an accident as well as traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. Electric vehicle batteries are vulnerable to damage, and with any indication of a compromised battery, insurance companies will likely declare the EV crash a total loss. They don't want to take the risk, and they don't want you to take the risk. So this puts EVs and their batteries into junkyards to degrade over time, hopefully not leak the chemicals into the ground or potentially catch fire. The higher costs for auto insurance only add to the already higher costs of purchasing an electric vehicle, then procuring a personal charging station and spending more money to upgrade your home wiring boxes, especially for older homes. Don't forget to use a certified electrician so that you will get covered from your insurance, and also let them know that you've added that to your home. As automakers continue to lose money on electric vehicles and consumers worldwide continue to prefer vehicles that are either hybrid or gasoline powered because that's what they've been trusting for decades, will EV mandates fall by the wayside? We shall see what buyers want and if they're willing to switch or not. That is up to you. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. We appreciate your comments. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee. The link is down below, as well as for the social media, the book, and the podcast. And if you'd like to save a little bit more money on your cell phone plan, just stay a second longer. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.